Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. The Kyrie 2s dropped today, so we're gonna go ahead and just kind of get up close and personal with them real quick, along with my initial thoughts. Here's just a quick look at the shoe. Overall, I think they look slightly better than the Kyrie ones, just from an aesthetic standpoint. Still not something that I'm totally in love with. I would definitely not rock these casually, but I would not knock anybody that would. You can check out the Kyrie signature detailing right there on the tongue, as well as on the back. Under each strap has some signature detailing as well, and then it's number 2 right there at the heel. And then peep that insole, you got Kyrie right there on the back, and you got plenty of flex screws up at the front. This is very similar to the Kobe 10's insole that they use on that shoe. Now the materials I'm kind of like half in love with and half I hate, so it's one of those things where it's not quite as bad as the Kyrie one was, but this entire front half is exactly like the Kyrie ones. It's just a bunch of plastic with mesh glued on top of it. I absolutely dislike that. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm not a fan of that material. I don't like playing in it unless it's kind of like the softer rubbery type of fuse, which this is not. This is that hard crispy type of fuse, and I'm just not a fan of that. And then they reinforced the hell out of this toe, so when I was trying them on I couldn't even press it down. I was just like, I think my toe is right there, so we're gonna go with size 9. Speaking of which, I feel like they fit true to size, but they are on the slightly narrow side, so if you are a wide footer, either try them on or go up half a size just to be safe. So while I don't like the front half of the shoe, I do really like the back half. And this is all just like a really nice material. I don't know what to call it. It feels like just kind of like a regular fabric. As you can see, it's got some weird designs on there. I don't know what that means. I don't really care about the storytelling aspects. So if you do know what it is, then that's awesome. Kudos to you, thumbs up. But I'm more interested in their actual on-court performance, so that's why I grabbed a pair. Now what I like about this is that it's soft, flexible, but also will contain and is durable enough to like move with your movements without being too lackadaisical or too soft. And they reinforced it just in case with this midfoot strap as well. It crosses over the top of the foot and it goes up and around your ankle just to make sure that this area is not going to be too flimsy. So again, I love this part, don't like this part. As far as their cushion is concerned, they have a Phylon midsole, and then in the heel they have a Zoom Air unit. Again, just from a try on, I wasn't impressed at all, just like the Kyrie ones. I was just kind of like, you know, whatever, feels like another Nike. Doesn't feel like much, and that's just kind of what I've gotten used to. Doesn't mean it's going to be bad or anything, it just means that it's not too impressive. Now something new that they're trying is this rounded or sculpted midsole and outsole, and this feels really weird when you're putting them on. I mean, I'm talking about like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to play in these, but we're going to see how it works. And what I mean by that is just that you feel like you're just rocking, like it's so crazy. They say that they've done that to implement speed and quick changes of direction, but I'm not Kyrie. I don't have the best footwork around. He trains on a daily basis, so you know that his stuff is almost impeccable. Plus, we've all seen him juke somebody. I mean, that's some crazy stuff right there. I don't have that nice of footwork. I just have basic footwork. So hopefully I don't roll an ankle. But I think that they're going to be okay as far as a linear standpoint is concerned. I'm just kind of worried about some of those lateral movements, especially when pushing off to go roll over a screen. But at the same time, they really deck this thing out with traction all over the place. So for all I know, you could be perfectly fine. And speaking of the traction, I mean, dude, just look at that. That looks freaking beastly. I have no doubts that this traction is going to be awesome. Hopefully I'm not wrong, because usually when I say a traction looks like it's ass, then it ends up being really great. I hope it's not the reverse for this, where it looks really great and ends up performing like ass. I don't really know. But from a visual standpoint, this stuff looks awesome. So that'll pretty much take care of it. I really hope that these are great on court. If not great, then at least better than the first one, because I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I thought they were okay, but I didn't think that they were phenomenal or anything like that. I thought there was plenty of better performers, both from Nike and other brands within that same price point. And now that these have jumped from the 110 mark up to the 120 mark, these better be something special, because a price increase for the same average performance I don't think is really great. But again, for all we know, this thing could be a monster on court, so let's just kind of wait and find out. Again, this is just my first thoughts or first impression on the actual sneaker itself, along with giving you guys an up-close look. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that these things are awesome, mainly because I really like Kyrie and I want his shoes to be just as awesome as he is on court. So thank you for watching, thanks for your support. Make sure that you stay tuned for an upcoming performance review, and until next time guys, have a good one.